And we're back with another Shadow of War mobile video. Big shout out to WB for sponsoring this video. And we're going to talk about a bunch of fun stuff in this video. We're going to talk about patch 1.4. We're going to talk about patch 1.5, which is coming, and new content coming out in that. We're going to talk about the two new characters in the game. And then we're also going to go into a mission that I'm stuck on, and hopefully we'll be able to finish that. First things first, let's go into the patch notes, which are found right here by hitting the social tab and going into the inbox. And right here it says patch 1.4 update tournaments. Tournaments return new and improved. Get ready to power up your champions as much as you can for personal and fellowship glory and prizes. First tournament start in a few days, and that has already happened, and there was a new character that was awarded in that. We're going to go over all of his stats here in a minute, and I have to say that I really like this mode because now it gives more importance to being in a good fellowship. Now, there is a link in the description to not only download this game if you don't already have it, but also to a Discord server which has direct access to different fellowships, and you can find guilds. And it's also on that server, there are developers and a place to post for bugs and things like that. So it's a really good server. There's a ton of people on there. Go check it out. It's on Discord. What's new? Champion power-up tournaments. We've already done one of those. Unfortunately, I didn't get the new hero that came out in this tournament, but a lot of other people did. The new 4th region is opened up, and that's where you can get Boromir. And also in that new 4th region, which I am not in, I'm in the 3rd region right now, is where you can get the legendary rune tier. There is a new level cap increase. It went up to level 80. Also raised the rings up quite a bit. Nemesis orc skin colors, blue, green, and orange. Skin varies for help liven up the hierarchies. And it says more info on update 1.4. Head over to the forums. And the most important thing that it said on the forum post, it says 1.5 is coming, and it says you shall not pass. And that's a reference to the movie where Gandalf was going up against the fire demon. I can't remember his name, Balrog or something like that. And maybe we're going to get a new mode with that. Who knows? We will see. Let's take a look at the two new characters that enter the game. And the other thing that's also very important inside of that inbox right there is it does show the Warlord event schedule. So right there, Arwen is one of the new characters, and we're going to go over her. And let's get into the barracks, and we're going to go and take a look at the two new characters. One of them, I'm very excited, Az-Laar, who was the one that was the reward on that tournament. And boy, he looks amazing. Now, when I hit the find button, I can see that right now there are no locations available, but that might change in the future, or maybe they'll come back with another tournament. But I really want to scoop this guy up. Take a look at his abilities. They look just absolutely amazing. He's got this vulnerable ability, and when the opponent has vulnerable, their armor and ability difference is reduced by 50%. That is huge. We bring war. It reduces the attack speed by up to 25% and ability power by 5,000. Now, this is at max level. Boy, I like those abilities where it's doing a lot of negative effects to the enemy. That's great. Demolish. His attacks reduce enemy ability defense. Very good. And then right here increases the ability power of all orc allies. The only other orc ally that I can think of that we have is Ratbag. So we'll take a look at that also. Now let's go into Arwen. And Arwen, we can hit max right here. Find also no locations available, but she's in the Warlord missions right now. We'll go and do that mission just for kicks here in a minute. Crashing waves. She does tons of damage. I like that with the horses, just like the movie. Arwen fires a volley of arrows, dealing damage to each enemy hit in the area. Even the odds, ability power for every enemy in battle. Boy, she's going to get a lot stronger when there's more people. And then she increases the ability defense for elves and the ability power of man allies by 819. Now, I'm just going to put this out right here, right now. I kind of went all men heavy, and I'm finding that is not good. If you go up a nemesis that is enraged, I'm running into trouble. And so what I did is I'm inside of this campaign mode, and I'm stuck. And I'll show you what I did. I went in here, and this is the mission I'm stuck at. I hit the nemesis button, and I actually spent the dominance right here to find out that he was vulnerable to dwarves because right now he has Slayer of Men, deals 25% damage against men and receives 25% damage from men. So I'm at an extreme disadvantage because my entire team composition's men. I'm going to have to sub out somebody and put in a dwarf, which has the opposite bonus. So it's almost like I'm doubling down. So I've really had to focus on getting more heroes, having more diversity. That's why I've gone with Gorvin. Now, I just took him up to ring 7, and boy, I need more time, probably tomorrow, before I can get all of his abilities up to his level. You can see a couple of them there at 44. He's at 45. I can take him all the way up to 48. I might have to do that, but we're going to make an attempt at this, and I'm going to take in my best orc as well. Let's go into the campaign, and we're going to try this out. Boy, this is funny. Is he Fubar the Unstoppable? Boy. All right, so we're going to take out Idril. She's kind of squishy anyways, and we're going to leave all of our supports and tanks in there, and then we're going to bring in my best orc, and hopefully this works. Now, the thing is normally I can defeat enemy team compositions that are almost double. So I have a power of 22,000 versus their 32,000, but those down arrows are really messing with me. And now I wish I had a more diverse roster to go up against so that wouldn't happen. So hopefully we don't run into a lot of trouble. Let's throw that guy in the front. Hopefully he can soak up a lot of damage because he's not a man. Also, we've got an orc. Let's see how this goes. All right. I've been trying to beat this stage for a minute now, and maybe it'll be a couple more days before I can do it, but it just seems like at the very end I just get one-shotted. We got to bring these guys more into the back. I just would rather have him up front as much as possible and those guys in the back. Let's see. Come on back. Come on. Oh, come on back. All right. I don't know if that's going to help or not. I think they're just going to go down again. Oh, come on. I might have to focus on the guys in the back. So we already got Castamere dead. Oh, boy. Just not enough damage. Oh, it's close. One more hit. One more hit. One more hit. One more hit. Oh, my goodness. I want to try that again. Might have to micromanage them better. All right. I think what I got to do, I'm going to try one more time. I might think I have to target the ones in the back. Boy. We're going to take in a different orc, and we're just going to see how this goes. I need to keep my men out of the way, and just I think that is going to be the trick. Hopefully he'll target the orc in the front, because I've got a melee orc in there versus a ranged one from before. Oh, boy, these guys just do so much damage. Let's try to keep them into the back more. I think what I would need is to have that dwarf not be ranged, because there's no reason for them to target it, and they're going right after my men, my tanks. All right, let's see if we can slow this down. Come on, back up, back up, back up. All right. Defeated already. Wow. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. Boy, that went down like it was nothing. Let's see if he can survive. Well, he's getting up healing. Come on. Heal up again. Heal up again, please. Oh, boy. Did better the time before. Well, that's the way it goes. It is a struggle. I'm going to have to develop out my team a little bit more and maybe a little bit further away from men to make that work out well. It seems like every once in a while you come up against these stages and they're kind of tricky and you just kind of have to go through it. Let's also go into the Warlord mission, and we're going to take a look at her, and we're going to see what we can do to get Arwen unlocked. Looks like that's going to be a pretty easy stage, so I can hit autofill and then just hit next. Boy, look at that. That's an interesting composition for me. That's not normally who I take in. And we can just probably hit autoplay. And the other thing, too, is I've been getting a lot of tokens from the orc jobs, and we're going to do that here right after this because it seems like that's the best way to get the glory is by sending them on the day-long orc jobs with no risk. And the worst thing is to have them die. It's not good. So that was pretty easy. I'll get a glyph there, and then I can do another one. And then I'm going to go take a look at the orc jobs. And this is the one I'm doing. Select job. And the one that I really like doing is this disrupt zog right here with no risk. And I will hit autofill, but look at the glory that you get right there. One of those guys is getting 63, 23, 51, 40, and 31, and there's no risk, so none of them are going to die. I just think that's very good. And even on the lower level ones, if I ever want to battle them away and shift the glory to a higher one, seems like a very efficient way of getting glory. Just again, I wanted to thank WB for sponsoring this video, and as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.